Good morning, everyone. It's Beth Wright here in beautiful upstate New York where we're having a rainy day, and I just love the rain. I love it. If you ever feel like you don't want to be in a place that's rainy, go live in the desert for 5 years, and then you will also love the rain. All right, so let's go ahead and open our practice this morning with our chant of Om, sitting in an easy pose with palms at the heart, and close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And just feel the reverberation of the chant in your head as you connect with your higher self. And you can just say, I'm connecting with my higher self and I am present. And call in the light. Just say, I'm calling in the light. And feel what is happening in your heart as you call the light in. And now feel the light in your heart expanding outward in all directions, like a bright, bright sun inside of you that is warming you and filling your entire being with the feeling of love. Compassion, gratitude, and connection. Knowing that you are always connected to Source. And now set your intention for your practice this morning. Once you've set your intention, you can open your eyes. And now release your hands down to your lap. And let's go ahead and bring our legs out in front of us. And bend your knees. So plant your feet on the floor in front of you. And then just take your arms underneath your knees, your legs, and slowly walk your feet forward so that you come into a gentle forward fold, being supported by your arms and your knees are bent. And let's just take a few breaths here. Right into the mid and low back. Good. And then take your arms out from underneath your legs. Just shake your legs out. And bring the right over the left leg. And the left foot is flexed. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to do a twist to the right. So we turn to the right. We take our fingertips to the floor behind us, directly behind us. And you can either hold on to this left knee with your left hand, lengthen through the crown and twist. Or if you want to go a little further, take the left elbow to the inside of the left knee and twist. And now deep breaths into the belly here. Feel how you're pulling up from the top of the head so the crown is drawing you up and you're breathing right into the spine. and then release back to center. And now we're just going to lean over to the left. Bring your nose down to the floor to touch, and then press back up. And now switch sides. Right leg comes out in front. Take the left foot over the right leg. Keep your right foot flexed throughout. And this left foot is either above or below the knee. Now sit up nice and tall. And then turn to the left. Bring your left fingertips behind you. And that right elbow can come to the inside of the knee, or you're just holding onto it. As you twist, draw the breath. On the inhalation, imagine that the breath is coming right up from the base chakra, all the way up, right up from your tailbone, all the way up your spine, and up to the top of your head. And then on the exhalation, imagine that the breath goes right back down to the tailbone. So let's do that a few times. Breathing in from the tailbone up to the crown. Exhaling back down. And again, inhale, tailbone to crown. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And then exhale the breath all the way back down to the tailbone and all the way out. Good. And now just turn to your right, and you're going to lean over, supported with your hands. You're just going to touch your nose to the mat and press back up. And now let's bring the soles of our feet together. And you can flap your knees like little butterfly wings. And draw those feet in toward you. You can hold on to your feet with your hands. Sit up as tall as you can in this position. And now you can stop flapping. And now just slowly begin to lean forward. And you can round your back here. Allow the back to round and come down as far as you come down. Breathe in all those spaces, into all those spaces that feel tight. And just be aware of where those spaces are in your body. And now just let go. Don't try to do anything. Just breathe and relax. Another deep breath here. Good. And then come right back up to seated. And then we're going to bring our legs so that the right foot comes to the top of the left leg. And the right knee is over the left foot. Can you see how I'm sitting here? All right, so this is working with our hips here. And from here, we're just going to lean forward and come to wherever you come to. And then breathe into it. You're supporting yourself with your hands on the floor here. Deep breath. Good. Coming back up. And now we're going to switch it. So the right leg is down and your right shin is parallel. And then you take your left foot over to just above the right knee. And then this left leg, this left knee is just over the right foot. And now go ahead and lean forward. One side's probably going to be different than the other. And just honor that, whatever. We're just working with our beautiful bodies. No judgment, and just being aware of the differences without any judgment. Good. And coming right back up. And now bringing the legs wide, 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 wide. And you can be sideways on your mat here. And bring your hands in front. And let's go ahead and walk ourselves out over the center. Come to that place where you feel the tension. And then you no need to push it right now or ever. Just breathe into the places that feel that are holding, that feel tight in your body. Breathe and relax and allow. And you draw your belly button down toward the earth. Draw your belly button down. Good. And now coming back up. And we're going to cross at the ankles. Slowly roll out onto your knees, and you're coming into your tabletop position. Fingers spread wide, hands underneath shoulders, and knees underneath hips. And now just slap your feet just for something different. Good. Let's do a little cat-cow. Drop the belly, looking up, tailbone reaches up, and then press slightly into the knees as you bring your sits bones wide behind you. And then exhale, press the heart up, tuck the tailbone and chin, and all the air comes out as you flow now, back and forth. And from here, coming back to a neutral spine, let's keep our hips right over our knees, and we're just going to walk our hands out. Arms are straight. Drop your chest down. Drop your chin down. Puppy pose. Breathing. Good. From here, go ahead and bend your elbows. And now you're going to slide all the way down onto the mat, onto your belly. Drop your chin down. Let's bring our palms down alongside us. And raise the right leg up. Right hip bone stays on the mat. Relax your head and neck as you hold this right leg up. Breathing into the belly. What excess tension can you release from your neck and shoulders? Deep breaths. Good. Lower the right leg down and then raise that left leg up just a little bit. Left hip bone is down. Leg is straight. Breathe and relax. And lower the left leg down. And now go ahead and come up onto your forearms. And make sure that your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Your pubic bone and pelvis are connected to the mat here. So you want to bring your middle finger straight out in front of you. That's your guide of pointing straight forward so that your forearms are parallel to one another. And now from here, press a little bit into the pubic bone. Draw your heart forward. You're also going to be pressing into your hands, your wrists, and your forearms as you draw the heart forward. This is Sphinx pose. Breathe into the belly. So the forearms and the pubic bone are the like sort of forming a tripod here. They're the base of this pose. You're strengthening the low back muscles as you draw the heart forward. Breathing, and you're staying lifted up through your shoulders, so you don't want to be sinking down. Lifted, full extension there. Good, and now relax. And we're going to reach back with the right hand onto the right foot on the outside. Okay, so the right hand is on the outside of the right foot. And now lift that leg up, and then you're going to reach forward with the left arm. Chest stays lifted. This is half a bow pose. Left leg is straight on the mat, and you're lifting that right leg up. Left arm lifted and breathing into your belly. Good, relax. And let's do the other side now. So support yourself with the right elbow underneath you, and then reach this left hand back for the outside of the left foot. And then go ahead and lift that leg up just a little bit off the mat, and the right arm comes out. Breathe. Last breath. Good. Relax. Make a pillow with your hand. Turn your head to one side. And let's just relax as we rock our hips back and forth. And now go ahead and sweep your arms back again. And we're going to lift everything up. Lift the arms, the legs, the chest. Everything stays lifted as you breathe. Deep breaths into the belly. And if you want to interlace your hands behind your back, go ahead. Two more breaths. Good. Relax. Make a pillow with your hands. Turn your head to the other side. Relax your head down and rock those hips out. Oh, how lovely. There's a dead spider over here. Oh, no, it's not dead. Oh, hi, spider. Good morning. Okay, that's great. Yoga with spiders. It's very creative. All right, so I love spiders, actually. All right, so now we're going to come into an opener for the shoulders. So bring your left arm out to the side, palm facing down, and bring your left side of the face down onto the mat, right hand underneath your right shoulder, bend through the right knee, and then roll back. And now you can either keep your hand underneath or on the mat as you open the front of this left shoulder, or you can now reach back. What kind of spider is that? Uh-oh, it's coming toward me. Stay over there. We're good. You stay there, I'll stay here. We're good. Okay. As long as it's not like a black widow, I think I'm okay, or a brown recess. Yeah. All right. Relaxing the head and neck while I stare at the spider. Okay, so you can feel the front of the left shoulder opening here, and the whole chest is opening. It's a nice deep stretch. And this is great for our setup for full bow pose. So we did half a bow pose, and I actually think that doing half a bow pose is more difficult than doing a bow pose. Go ahead and roll back onto your belly, and now we're going to bring the right arm out to the side, palm facing down. All right, spider is going back to its little spot there. Left hand underneath the left shoulder, and then right side of the face comes down. Bend through the left knee, and go ahead and roll, step it back. Step back with the left foot. And you can stay here with your hand on the floor or reach back. Actually, I just got rid of a spider out of my room last night, and now it's in my healing room. So spiders really like to come into the nice warm houses this time of year, and it's beautiful to live with spiders. Just let them do their thing. You don't have to kill them, or if you want to remove them, get them out with a piece of paper or a glass or a cup. Just let them have their life too, you know. Breathe. Good, and we're gonna roll back onto our belly. Okay. Now, preparing for full bow pose. So now we reach back and grab onto both feet on the outsides of both feet with our hands. And then go ahead and lift everything up. Deep breaths into the belly. Good, and now release down. Make a pillow with your hands. Turn your head to the other side, rock those hips out. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, spread your fingers wide, and let's lift up into cobra pose. So your elbows stay bent here. Your pubic bone, your pelvis is down on the mat. Your legs are straight, point your toes. Lift the heart up, drop your shoulders, and draw them together in the back. A lot going on. Keep lifting right from the heart, high heart, as you breathe into the belly. Good, release it down. Tuck the toes now. We're going to take it up and back into downward dog. And then pedal through the feet. Deep breaths as you press away from the hands, reaching one heel down and then the other. Good. Now let's take the feet the width of the mat. So the edges of the feet line up with the edges of the mat. And then that way you're giving your down dog more room. And then here, sink your heels, just pulse your heart toward your toes as you breathe. Now we're going to do a twist. So walk your hands back towards your body a little bit. And your hands are still flat on the mat. Your feet are now flat on the mat. See how my body is making a pyramid or a triangle? That's what you want. And you can do as short as you need to, because we're going to reach this right hand for the outside of the left foot. Turn your gaze up underneath your left armpit. And if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you take your hand further away from the body, and then it's a deeper stretch. So find the stance that works for you and breathe into it. Root your feet down so you have that nice firm foundation there. Deep breaths into the belly as always. And smile. I'm doing yoga with a spider this morning. I love it. And now bring the right hand back out and take the left hand to the outside of the right ankle. Turn your gaze up under the right armpit and go ahead and breathe. Good. Left hand comes back out. Let's walk our hands out. So keeping your feet where they are. So you've got a nice wide stance coming into a plank pose. So your body is in one long line here. And just breathe as you lengthen the crown forward. Make sure your fingers are spread wide. You're getting a nice little workout here in your core. Deep breaths. So I hold these poses as long as I do. If you ever find that you need to come out of the pose at any time, go ahead, come out, drop into child's pose, take a couple breaths, and then come right back in. Good. Now let's drop the knees down, bring the toes together, knees are wide, and sit back into child's pose. And I have a very sore knee this morning because I went running yesterday. So if you do have any injuries, you have to make your adjustments as needed. Forehead down. And then coming right back up. And let's take it up and back into downward dog. Sinking the heels down. And let's raise this left leg high for three-legged dog. And then we're going to step the left foot up into low lunge. From here, low lunge, step the right foot up. Bend through the knees, roll all the way up to stand. And, okay, let's do a couple of sun salutations. Standing in mountain pose at the top of the mat. I think I'm going to make up a spider pose today in honor of my friend over here. Palms at the heart. Inhale, reach up, slight back bend. And then arms come out wide, bend your knees as you come into forward fold. Draw the crown down toward the earth. Inhale, step the right foot back. Hold the breath coming into plank. And here you can drop your knees, tilt your hips back, drop your chest between your hands, chin comes onto the mat. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward. Forward fold here. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, palms to heart. Other side, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, step the left foot back into low lunge. Hold the breath, plank. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhaling, right foot forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms to the heart. Now we're going to sit down in chair pose. So bring your feet together, unless you have balancing issues, then you can keep your feet hip width apart. And I'm going to show you from a side angle. Arms come up by your ears, straight overhead. And now just sit down in your chair, keeping your tailbone tucked under so that you don't have an arch in the back. Nice straight back, legs are engaged here. You can lift your toes off the mat if you like. Deep breaths. That poor spider is probably like, when are you going to put that cabinet back over here and turn that light off? It's very bright. Okay, go ahead. Come all the way up to stand and come back to the top of the mat. Feet are hip width apart here. And actually take your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Let's just move back and forth. Oh, let's do some arm. We're going to do some arm exercises. Okay, arms come out. And we're going to do small circles going forward. Small little circles going forward. And now let's make those circles a little bit bigger. And now let's make those circles a little bit bigger. Deep breathing as you go, keeping the arms straight. And now giant circles going forward, like you're doing the butterfly in the pool here. Good, now giant circles going back. Reverse your circle. Giant circles going back. Now we're doing, what is it, the back stroke? No, I don't know what this stroke is called. Oh. Okay. Giant circles. And now a little bit smaller, but still pretty big. Going back. Keep breathing. Okay, now medium-sized circles. And now smaller circles. And now tiny little circles going backward. Tiny little circles. Fast, tiny little circles going back. And release. Good. Now, like, just swing back and forth. Let your arms just hang and swing with you. Good. Good. All right, coming into a squat here. Feet are wide, toes are pointed out. Bend at the knees, and then bring your arms up into a cactus position. Spread your fingers wide and sink down into your squat. Smile. Make sure that your back isn't arched here. So you want a nice straight spine. Goddess pose. And we're going to throw in a little lion's breath here. So in lion's breath, we take a nice deep breath in through our nose, and then when we exhale, we stick our tongue all the way out. We make a really scary noise, like a lion. And we do this to clear the throat. So inhale. And you can make your eyes wide too. Let's just take a break from our squat for a second. Okay, so I just want to, so with the inhale and the exhale, the tongue comes, make sure the tongue comes all the way out. Now, you're at home, so no one is watching. So be as wild of a lion as you want to be. And you can roll your eyes back, okay? And that really opens up this throat cavity here and gets out any stuck energy that we might have bottled up in this center. Okay, let's come back into our squat, arms up, and then inhale. One more time, inhaling. Good. Place your hands on your knees. And now you're going to drop your left shoulder down. Just sort of press away from that left leg. Nice little stretch here. And then let's do the other side. Drop the right shoulder down. Press away from the right knee. Good. And if you go really deep into the squat, you'll get a really beautiful groin stretch. Let's do it one more time on each side. So we're building strength in the thighs here with these squats. And the older I get, the more I'm like, wow, man, I need to do lunges and squats. Good. All right, now bring your hands to the center. Turn your toes in, heels slightly out. Legs are straight. And you're going to draw your crown down toward the earth. Nice wide stance. You can take your hands to the outside of your ankles if you like, or just keep them directly underneath your shoulders for support. Draw the head down and breathe. Now, if there's any advanced people out there that want to do a headstand here, just drop your head down. And then you're going to cup your head with your hands. Bring your legs up. Good thing I have a wall right there. Okay, for whatever reason, I'm not headstanding it today. Let's just bring it right back down. All right, so here we are in our forward fold. And we're going to come all the way up. Turn your heels in, knees out. Bend your knees as you come up. And let's go ahead and step back to the top of the mat again, once again. We'll do a couple of standing poses with our legs. Palms at the heart. Inhale, reach up. Slight back bend. And then forward fold. And now step the right foot all the way back into low lunge. And let's drop that right foot down so that we come into warrior two. Lining up the front heel with the instep of the back of the right foot. Windmill the arms up. And then sink down into the left leg. Torso is facing directly sideways. Just your head turns. Drop your shoulders, draw your shoulder blades together, and then sink into that front leg. And you really should be able to see the front left big toe. Breathe as you squeeze up through the Mula Bandha. Good. Straighten through the front leg, and let's pull this back foot up for triangle pose. So we have a nice shorter stance now. Arms are out, press into the feet to find your foundation, and then lengthen out over the front leg. Left hand comes down to a block or your ankle or the mat, and the right arm comes directly up. Stacking the shoulders, breathing. Few more breaths. Good. Bend into this left knee and press all the way up. And now we're going to windmill the hands down. Come back into a low lunge and bring the left arm to the inside of the left leg so that we come into lizard pose. So you can, the left foot can be way out to the edge of the mat, and you can have your blocks here where you bring your forearms down to. That spider is very patient. It's not running away. It's just waiting for me to finish. Really interesting. Okay, so I'm down on my forearms here, and as you can see, this is a really nice, beautiful stretch right into the groin and hip. Breathe into it. This works with the inner channel of the leg. So then we start working with the different meridians too. Liver meridian, spleen meridian, and kidneys in here. So we're getting nice openings. When we open those channels of energy, the energy can flow better in those meridians and support the different organs so that the organs can work more harmoniously together, and the organs are working at their optimal health. Their optimal, what's the word I'm looking for? Spider, what's the word? Their optimal, Ruth, I'm sure you know what word I'm thinking of. Okay, deep breath. Good. Now come up, let your hands press up, and then from here, you're going to bring that left foot back in, bring the left arm to the outside, tuck the right toes under, and let's step it right up into a forward fold. So both feet are parallel and hip width apart. Bend your knees, draw your crown down toward the earth. And you can just wriggle your back out a little bit. And then slowly roll all the way up to stand. Bring the palms to the heart, and let's do the other side. Inhale, reach up. Slight back bend. Forward fold. Step back with the left foot into low lunge. Low lunge, drop the left foot down. Line that right foot up to the instep of the back foot. And then windmill the arms up to warrior two, other side. Check that you can see the front big toe on this side. And then turn your torso exactly sideways. Arms come up. Squeeze up through the mula bandha, the perineum, the sex organs. Right up, you can feel that tailbone. That draws the energy up into the core and holds the pose together. Bend into this right knee. Gaze comes out over the right hand. Keep squeezing up as you reach back through this left leg. Shoulders are down, away from the ears. Breathing. Good. Relax the arms down and now pull this back foot in so that you have a shorter stance for your triangle pose. Arms come out once again and extend the torso out over the right leg. Right arm comes down and your left arm comes up, stacking the shoulders. Remember, you can be using a block here. And see how my torso is parallel to the floor? This is what creates the triangle. Our legs are at a triangle, but we have a nice triangular shape here. Trikonasana. Now from here, draw the left arm up, draw the right arm down, draw the crown away from you, and then press into the feet and breathe. Deepen the breath. 2 more to go. Good. And now bend through the right knee, press all the way up, and we're going to windmill the hands down to come into low lunge once again. Low lunge. And now drop that left knee down, uncurl the toes. Walk your right foot out to the side and bring your right arm to the inside of the right leg. Lowering down as far as you can go, working on opening up those inner leg channels. So when you work with opening and stretching, say you're opening that liver meridian. Well, now your liver can do a better job of processing what it needs to process and detoxifying your system. And you'll feel that in your body as all your different organs are affected by these different poses. It just brings them into better balance so that you are like a fine-tuned machine, a fine-tuned instrument where you can play your song. That is your soul's expression. Whatever it is that you are here on earth to bring forward and to offer up, when you're in good health, then you can do it more easily and more gracefully. Yes, that is my poetic offering for the day. Good. And plus, it takes your mind off of this pose as you listen to the words. All right, bring your hands down, press up, and let's go ahead and tuck those back toes under, lift the knee, bring the right foot back in, and the right arm is on the outside of the right leg. And now we're going to step up. One more forward fold here. Shake it out. And then go ahead and come all the way down onto your seat. Okay, now I have to do a pose for spider. Spider pose. Be like this. Oh, you ever tried that? Okay. Try bringing your legs straight out in front and just lifting, planting your hands right by your hips and just lifting your hips off. And then holding it there with your hips lifted. That's a real strengthener. Okay. We're going to come into final shavasana because we're wrapping up here. Let's go ahead and plant the feet, bend the knees, and let's roll it all the way back. I think I'm just going to put my head on this one. Back onto our back for final shavasana. First, hug your knees into your chest, rock a little bit side to side. And we always do a twist right at the end because the twist will balance both sides. So the left leg straightens out, and you're holding on to your right knee. And now bring your right arm out to the side, palm facing down, and guide that knee across the body. You can hook your toes onto your left leg here, and keep the right shoulder down. Breathe deeply into the belly as you twist. Good. Coming back to center, and let's lower that right leg down. Hug the left knee in. Left arm comes out to the side, palm facing down. Guide the left knee across the body, keeping the left shoulder down, so wherever that comes to, and breathe into it deeply. Deeply. Good. And now roll all the way onto the back, coming into your final resting pose. Legs are out wide and arms are out wide, palms facing up. Any last movements you need to make to find that perfect comfort spot so you can be still here. Mind is still, body is still. And now let go a little bit more. Notice where you're holding on and just let it go. Soften your heart. Open. Let go a little bit more. And feel yourself becoming very receptive to the energy of the universe. And when you're open and receptive, you allow the universe to flow through you and show you what the next note is of the song that's playing through your soul, your spirit, and your body. You just allow it to flow. You're a vessel for God and Goddess to create through you. Letting go of your will and aligning yourself to the Creator. And now take a nice deep breath in. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And reach your arms long overhead, stretching through your whole body. And then bend through your knees and roll onto one side. Press into your hands and come up to a seated position. Palms at the heart. Eyes closed. Focus inward. Let's chant the sound of Om to close the class. Breathing in together. And just be aware of how you feel after this 1 hour of practice. So let's give thanks for that. Give thanks for that. I bow to the magnificent light inside of you that is also inside of me. Namaste. Thank you so much. And thank you, Spider, for staying for the duration of the class, and I will return the cupboard to you so that you can live in your happy dark space. And this video will be available on my YouTube channel, which is Beth Wright, Creating Heaven on Earth. I actually just shot a new video yesterday and put it up. It's about our channels, our Earth channel and our Heaven channel, and what those mean and how to open them and why to keep them open. So go ahead and check it out. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, Beth Wright, Creating Heaven on Earth, and also like my video. All right, thanks everyone. Have a fabulous day. Wonderful to see you here.